Do you ever find yourself frozen and unable to make a decision? This usually probably happens when you're thinking about something that's really important. Now, not all the time. Sometimes a decision can be very easy to make. You just know what you want to do, everything lines up, and you move forward with that decision. First and foremost, I'm assuming that you have already made a list of pros and cons. Sometimes that will very clearly show you the direction to go in. But sometimes when you make a list of pros and cons, they're even. So when you're in a situation and you really need to commit, this is what you can do to help yourself move forward. And I would also wager to guess that inside, that voice inside of you, you've already decided the decision you want to make. You just aren't maybe ready to commit to that decision. And there might be a lot of reasons, because maybe loved ones are reliant on you, or you might disappoint someone else. And so what I would recommend, after you've looked through your pros and cons, after you've weighed all the yeses and the nos, and everything is kind of coming up even and you're feeling stuck, that is the time you go inward. And that is the time when you just rely on your intuition. You get really, really quiet, pause, you take a breath, and you give yourself just a few minutes to feel where you are being drawn to in making this decision. If the playing field looks equal no matter which way you go, but you're just feeling torn, and just feel into the situation as a whole. Let your intuition guide you. You've probably already decided what you want to do anyway. Let your intuition reassure you. Now, some things to consider that might be influencing your judgment: if you're afraid of disappointing someone else, or you have a fear of what might happen if you go in one direction versus another. I'm here to remind you that you don't know what will happen regardless of what choice you really choose. You could choose to do nothing and it still might not look the way you thought it would, because there are so many other elements outside of your control. So the way that you can do what's best for yourself is to choose the path that feels good for you. And if you have been stewing over a decision in your life that's a big decision, and you have been really thoughtful about it, and you have done all the research, and you've made all the lists, and you've really spent time, and you're still struggling to decide what to do, that is your cue to use your intuition. Let your intuition guide you and just feel where you're drawn. And this can look a few different ways depending on how you connect with your intuition. You may feel physically pulled in one direction over another. You may feel a lightness when you consider one option over another. That is a sign from your intuition trying to guide you where you feel most aligned. So hopefully this helps you a little bit. And I will say, almost always when I'm talking to somebody and they're trying to make a decision, they've already decided. They just needed a little bit of a push to move in that direction. If you're watching this because you're trying to make a tough decision, you've probably already decided as well. You just need to sit with that and embrace it. So that way you can move forward. Indecision is paralyzing, and you deserve to break through and move forward, and you can use your intuition to do that. Have you ever found yourself in a position where you needed to make a decision and you have actually leaned into your intuition? I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. I talk a lot about intuition here on the channel, so I hope you'll watch this next video because I think it'll be really helpful for you.